Scotch, bourbon, and rye. If they like a bottle, they'll tell you why. Welcome to another episode of Trenny and C. I'm Trenny. This is C.
Hello.
And we've got some interesting stuff today. This is none
yeah.
other than Okanagan Spirits Craft Distillery, BRBN. Look at this.
Be right back now. And I'm going to unveil our glasses. Kaboom.
Thank you very much.
Why don't I pour while you bore?
Okay.
We are going to do a full-length review of the BRBN at 40%. Tell us all about it.
So this is BRBN, as you can see by the name. It's like a Canadian-style bourbon, but you can't call it bourbon. This is from the
Canadian whiskey done in a bourbon style.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this is Okanagan grown, field-dried, northern varietal grain corn. It is 54% Okanagan grain corn and 46% Okanagan malted barley.
Okay.
Then in heavily toasted American white oak cask for 5 years, so it's got a bit of age to it.
Yeah.
And a bourbon style whiskey, and they have a bunch of tasting notes here. We won't get into theirs, we'll get into ours. Then on the other side of it is you can get your own custom whiskey if you would really like.
So this is part of our Dram Club this month.
Yep.
So Dram Club members are tasting along with us here.
Gosh, I wish I knew how to get in touch with Dram Club.
Let me tell you, you can go to trennyandc@gmail.com and just tell us you're interested in Dram Club, and we'll hook you up.
Cool.
Or patreon.com/trennyandc. So here's the thing. We have an age statement.
Age statement, 5 years.
We know stylistically what they're aiming for.
They're aiming
here.
for the bourbon American kind of
style. They've done a pseudo mash bill.
Yep.
2 grains, which I feel like most bourbons are 3 grains. I feel like it's
a lot
usually
of them are, yep.
I feel like it's usually corn, rye, and barley, or corn,
wheat,
barley,
yep.
and wheat, or some variation of that. But ultimately, we do have a 2-part mash bill. They do have the American white oak cask, which is...
And then it's heavily charred, so I'm assuming it's first fill, hopefully. Like it's...
You would hope,
Or this would be the first... The virgin oak is what I'm trying to say.
And like you said, age statement, 40%. I mean, it is... so that's bourbon-y.
So something that we've discussed, and we'll get to the nose and all that, but when Canadians try to do a bourbon style, it is very specific to Canada. Like I have not tried too many that really replicate the American style of bourbon. So let's get to the nose here.
Let's get right into it.
So again, 40%.
I think the thing that stands out to me is like there's a really nice level of sweetness.
Mm-hmm. There's nice vanillas on there.
Yes.
There's some like tannin like oak notes to it. But it's not the oak that you find in American bourbon where it's kind of tangy. It's actually more woody and kind of has like a sauna kind of feel to it. And so
there's a nice kind of like some spice notes to it.
For sure.
Right?
The wood spices are there. And then that heavy vanilla smell. And like you said, some fruity aspect to it.
There is a fruity aspect to it for sure.
Okay, let's get to the flavor.
Okay. I
mean, that's really soft right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. I get the be right back now. Because like you kind of want to
come back right back to it.
Keep coming back to it. It is very inviting. Yep. It's very palatable. It's got a softness to it. It has I think the sweetness and the vanilla of it make it highly crushable.
For sure. But then if you are looking for a bourbon, it's slightly different than that because like the oaky aspect of it, you're actually getting a little bit more of that burnt char kind of
the back
sawdust palate kind of thing.
The back palate does have that really woody note to it.
Yeah, but the sweetness is up front and it is well balanced.
I don't think personally for me, I don't think I would mistake it for a bourbon. Like I get what they've done is in a bourbon style, but I think the terroir of BC actually stands out a lot here, and it stands out in craft often in the sense that like you can't really remake something that's from a different place if everything around that place is different. You know what I mean? Like it's
like you're getting BC grains, you're fully BC grains. You're getting BC water, climate and water and everything. And then it's not that they're not aging it, because they are.
It's actually more than a bourbon needs to be,
but
a lot more.
It still like has this weirdly Canadian thing to it, which is something that we can actually be proud of, because it's distinct to our country.
It's our...
But, it's even more distinct to British Columbia. And Okanagan Spirits is one of the first people to do it.
Yeah,
around here. So pretty cool.
So I think it's a very inviting whiskey. Mm-hmm. And again, the vanillas and the sweet notes, like, that's on par for bourbon.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't mistake it for bourbon, I don't think.
No.
I don't think you could blind give it to me and I'd be like, this is a bourbon.
But this is one of those things that during the times that we live in, it's nice to get, when you want something kind of corn forward and in that style, it's nice to have
when you can't get bourbon.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a great alternative.
Absolutely. So, anyways, thank you again for joining us.
Yeah.
We're Trenny and C.
Click like.
We've got Okanagan Spirits this month with for our Dram Club.
We're going to do the rye. We're going to do the one malt, which is their single malt. And we're going to do the black bourbon, which is this thing on steroids.
Yeah, exactly.
So check out the review on that. Cheers.